What's up, you guys? This is a review, a real world review of the Optoma GT5600 ultra short throw projector paired up with the 120-inch XY screen with the PET material. Very impressed. As you can see right now, I'm showing some content on YouTube. I believe this is 4K, and obviously, actually, this is a screensaver on my Fire Stick, so I do stand corrected. But let's get some 4K content going. Now, this is a 1080p projector, so of course this is not going to actually be 4K, but it still gives you an idea of what a 1080p projector can do at a 10-foot diagonal screen. What I'm very impressed with is the ability for the XY screen, the PET crystal material, to reject the ambient light. As you can see, I actually have a light on right there, and there's actually 3 bulbs in there. And then right behind me, I have another lamp on, right now. And then during the day, you can see I have vertical blinds, and they have little to no impact on this screen. And again, this is 120 inches diagonal, and there's the Optoma placed temporarily. As you can see, I've just sort of moved into this apartment recently, so please excuse as my my decor as it's not quite set up. But let's go ahead and just look at some 4K nature, because that's what you do when you first get a cool display. 4K on YouTube. Let's take a look at this Costa Rica in 4K. Looks pretty good. Now, I am recording this with just my camera phone. It's an S8 Plus. So, but I can't stress this enough. In person, this just looks, I mean, it looks awesome. It looks amazing. And I mean, I'm not in that big of an apartment. This is maybe 1,200 square feet. In this room, I'm probably 12, maybe 13 feet from this projection screen, and it is, it's pretty awesome. I'm very impressed with it. There is a small bezel that is a black felt material, so it gives you about maybe an inch on the edge of this screen for a little bit of play. And there is a setup with the ultra short throw, because you kind of have to move things around, but once it's moved, it's going to be sitting there. So it does take about 15-20 minutes to get it set just right. And I do have some corner correction and keystone on right now, but again, it only took about 15 minutes to get everything set up. I'm very impressed with this. I watched tonight was the national championship game between Clemson and Alabama, and I had a few friends over, and we just were tickled by it. So I would highly recommend this to anyone. The Optoma GT5600, when I purchased it, it was on sale for a little over $1,000, and they offered, I think, a 5 or 7% off. So I actually was able to get the projector for $960 or $70, I believe. The projector screen is from a company called XY Screens, and they actually have their logo right here. Okay. This is a manufacturer over in China, and it was a little bit of a gamble on my part to pick this up. It took about 3 weeks to arrive, but I didn't want to spend the money on the Screen Innovations, which is $5 grand. I didn't want to spend the $1,900 from Elite Screens. I did some research on XY Screens because I found them out from one of the forums out there, I think AV Forums, and this seemed to be a pretty good company based in China that has some good reviews. And I was able to get this screen, I think, for $850, plus the shipping was somewhat expensive, around $225. So all in all, I think I spent a little over $1,000 on the screen, and then a little under $1,000 on the projector. So all in all, I think I spent right around $2,000 to have a 10-foot diagonal screen in a non-light controlled room, again with vertical blinds right here, a lamp on currently, and I also have my kitchen light on and this light right here. And I'm able to get an image that does not show any signs of being washed out whatsoever. And if I cut the lights off, which I will do here, hold on just 1 second. It gets even better. And again, I'm really close to this screen right now. I'm probably 6 feet from a 10-foot screen, and you can see it's a pretty great image. Let me turn off this other lamp here. Excuse me, folks. There we go. Now the room is relatively dark. I still have my kitchen light on, as you can see, but we're able to get a really good idea of how good this looks. I'm very impressed with it. The ability of this screen to reflect the light from the projector and reject the light from other sources, and its ability just to exponentially increase the contrast of an ultra short throw projector, comparing it to just a sheet or a white or gray or a wall. I had this projector on with its image on the wall for the first week or so while I waited for this screen to show up, and it was still really cool to have it, but this was a textured wall that wasn't even. And just the night and day difference from having this on a wall to having this screen. It is, to me, if you're going to buy an ultra short throw, you may as well just go ahead and budget yourself to get a screen. I would highly recommend the XY screens. I do have them on Alibaba, or you can contact XY Screens through their website. I was able to have an easy conversation with them through Skype. And they had I had a great chat. They sent me a quote via email. I was able to pay them through PayPal. 2.5 weeks later, it shows up. I set it up with my cousin. We had this thing ready to roll in like maybe 45 minutes. It was set up and mounted. The hardest part of it was just, making sure it was level on the wall. But if you take your time with it, it's pretty easy stuff. So nothing too bad if you've done any type of installation work before. So if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Again, this is my review of the Optoma GT5600 and the XY Screens PET crystal material on a 120-inch screen. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.